Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Let's make this jalapeno cheddar sourdough loaf. So we are going to start with our warm water, and then we are going to put our active sourdough starter. We are going to mix until we have a milky consistency. You don't have to break up every little thing of starter, but you do want this consistency. Now we are going to add our bread flour. This is King Arthur flour. Once I started using King Arthur flour, I have never wanting to go back to another flour. But after our flour, we are going to put our salt, and then we are just going to mix everything well until we form a shaggy dough. If you have a Danish dough whisk, you can use this as well, but as you can see, I've used a spatula and it worked just fine. I have a Danish dough whisk, but I just wanted to show everyone that you can basically just mix it with whatever you have at hand. So you would want to mix in almost all the flour. Don't leave too much dry flour. So once you're done with that, we are just going to cover it and we are going to allow it to rest for 1 hour on the counter. We're always going to clean up our area before starting the next step. So after this, we are now going to cut our inclusions. I have 2 small jalapenos. And here I just took the insides out. You can keep it if you want that spiciness kick to it, but if you just want the jalapeno taste, you can just take it out like I did. You can also cut it into circles if you don't want to cut it into small squares like I did, but it's basically your preference. However you want to cut your jalapeno, you can go ahead and do so. So we're just going to put it in our bowl, and then we're going to shred our cheddar cheese. And once we have that nice and shredded, we're going to put it in our bowl. And now it's time to clean the dishes and make sure that our area is always nice and clean. And I'm going to just cover it up and then put it in the refrigerator until I need it. So I'm just going to disinfect, clean everything up before I put my bowl of dough. So we're just going to wait. Now after the first hour, we are going to perform our first stretch and folds. I wet my hands to prevent sticking. So here we are. What we're looking for mainly here is to form structure or gluten in our bread, but then also to also feel to see if there's any dry bits of flour that need to be mixed in well. So yeah, that's what you're looking for. So that's why I'm just going to do more than just 4 stretch and folds. I think I did 8. And we're just going to cover it up again and wait another 30 minutes. And then this is my second stretch and fold, and this is where I'm going to add our inclusions. I like to add the inclusions in my stretch and folds because I just find that easier. So we're just going to add, and then we're just going to do our stretch and folds like normal. And after this, we are going to repeat the process of covering it up, waiting 30 more minutes, and adding more inclusions, as you can see now. And then as also you can see that I just performed a little bit of coil folds. You can also do coil folds, you can do stretcher folds, whichever one you like best. They say that coil folds, you're being more gentle with your dough and you put more bubbles or air bubbles in your dough. So I just kind of do both techniques. Well, after bulk fermentation is done, mine sat for about 4 hours. She is jiggly. She pulls away from the bowl. She is not overly sticky, and I didn't even wet my hand or my finger or floured my finger or anything. So that means that was some good fermentation. So I'm just going to wet my hands, and she is going to slide right out of my bowl nice and clean. In a little bit, you're going to see that I went ahead and grabbed some flour, and that was because I went a little too crazy on the water and she was just slipping and sliding everywhere. So I just decided to grab a little bit of flour, sprinkle my hands, sprinkle her, and just shape her. And we are going to just form some tension on her. And look at all those inclusions in there. It's well incorporated throughout the whole entire dough. So we're just going to let her sit and rest for 25 minutes. I don't cover mine, but if you want, you can cover yours. So she's just going to sit here for 25 minutes, and then once that's done, we are going to perform our final shape. But before that, I'm just going to get my basket ready, and I'm just going to flour it. And now we're just going to perform our last shape, which is called our final shape. And so here I'm just going to do the same process as we did in the first one. We're going to shape it, form nice tension to it, and we are just going to plop her into our basket once we're done. You can go ahead and stitch her up. But sometimes it just opens right back up. She'll be fine. And then you're just going to want to sprinkle a little bit of flour on the top, and then you are going to cover her up, and we are just going to let her hang out in the fridge overnight. This is the next morning. So here I have my little tool to be able to score her, and I'm going to take her out of the oven. She looks beautiful. Look at that. I already preheated my oven to 500 with my cast iron in there. So that we're just going to turn her out of the basket and give her a quick score. Now carefully you're going to remove the lid from the cast iron. You're going to place her in there and just cover her up. Be careful because this is really hot. It's been in the oven at 500. So this is after the first 20 minutes. Look how big she's gotten. Look, all the cheese coming out and the jalapeno. You can see that she is looking great. So I'm just going to leave her in there for about another 15 minutes or until desired goldness on the top. And this is after she is done. Look how pretty she looks. I really hope that you guys try this recipe. It's really good. The jalapeno taste is just amazing, and right now my house smells amazing. So I really hope that you guys give this a try. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.